we will be giving away some fine-looking trophies today. There he is, the championship. Kind of looks like Carl Compton a little bit there.
He developed his trophy figures after himself, his own image.
I reckon so. Alan Downs, the player that has shown the most potential in the last couple of months, is here, our tournament leader, final game of our final show of this year. Starting out with a weak 10 on lane 9.
You know, Alan hadn't had a whole lot of luck the last couple of weeks on the show.
That's right.
We talked about what he did to get here. He had that 300 perfect game and then followed that with a 279 to be our high qualifier today. But the last couple of weeks, Alan hadn't had a whole lot of luck.
Well, that's right. You know, he was in the standby position at Glenmore. It was a tie. Kim Herman beat him in the 9th and 10th frame roll-off. And then, of course, last week he was in that position again, but he won. And he ended up losing his first match to Kim Herman.
Back-to-back times.
Yeah, and Kim Herman did it to him twice.
That sure ain't going to happen today.
No, Kim's not here.
All right, Greg Carpenter, and he got it going in the last match to knock off Dave Callery.
That's the way you want to start out, Tommy.
Sure
Absolutely perfect. You know, I don't know if you know this, but we talked about his games. Alan Downs, his last 3 games total, Tommy, his last 3 games totaled 815. Is that putting on a charge or what?
That's doing it. You've had a few of those, haven't you, Dave?
Just one. just one, and it was a thrill of my second happiest day of my life in the game of bowling. First was winning the ABC titles in St. Louis in '78 with my doubles partner Steve Fair, and then that 800.
You know, did we mention how Greg Carpenter got here today with the matches yesterday? We talked about the positions everybody was in after each game. He started out in 19th position, 16th to 11th, 7th position in the 4th and 5th games, and the 6th game went all the way into 2nd place with a 279 game.
Well, this is it. This is for all the marbles, folks. $1,600 first prize on the line to be our 1987 Hudipole King.
And our silver anniversary for the King of Bowling.
That's right.
25 years.
Cross lane for the 10-pin, Tommy. Again, no problem. Both players now leaving 10s on lane 9.
There is one of our sponsors here today, Mike Schott from the Hudipole Shanling Brewery, and Tony Plank's here. We have Ken Ewald and Paul Crumman from Norkey, who is the distributor for Hudipole Shanling products here in Kentucky, and also Jack McDonald and Todd Schiller are here.
Well, I need a good distributor because I want somebody to distribute about 10 cases of the Bach beer to my house. Just as soon as we can work that out, I'll try and negotiate a deal later. There's Jerry. Yeah,
Jerry Bettinghouse, president of the BPA. He's been here almost every Sunday. Admirable job this year.
When his kids get him out of bed.
He took those young ones out playing golf last week, I understand, and they almost beat him.
Alan Downs, left lane, the lane where both players have left a weak 10 so far in this match. Match is all tied up. Advantage goes to Alan with a strike in the 2nd frame. Looks good. Is good.
Alan Downs is excited.
What a reaction. Tommy, I'm telling you, does he want it? You bet he does. Watch this shot. Absolutely perfect. Crushes the pocket in half. And does he like it? Boy, you bet he does. He gets excited. You see him start to run out the shot there. Very seldom does he do that, and that tells me that he wants this game bad. He really wants this one.
Couple of young guys. Alan Downs, 25. Greg Carpenter, 23. And we talked about the last game. The two guys, Callery and Carpenter, 22 300 games. The same holds true with these two.
You know, this is the championship match, and they start squeezing the ball. I don't care how good you are, how loose you've been.
Flail the elbow right there, Bo. You called it. 16th board going away, barely touches the head pin. He's very, very fortunate to only have a 5-pin to shoot at. Alan Downs is going to keep nailing the pocket consistently. Greg Carpenter is going to have to do the same to have any chance.
Looks like he's got it, and he does. But Alan Downs, the last 2 frames after that spare in the first, came back with back-to-back strikes. Right now, Greg Carpenter working on back-to-back spares. And when you add those up at the end, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
You got to make your spares, but in this level of competition, if you don't strike and strike a lot, you can plan on going home early.
Strike and spare difference between what, Bo? $800?
That's correct. $800 difference between first and second. $1,600 to the winner, $800 to second place.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice to go home with today? One of these guys is going to do it.
He trusted that ball, Tommy. He trusted that ball, getting it way out to the right, hooking back and creating that big pin action. He is going to have to go with that shot the rest of the match to have any sort of a chance.
What do you mean by that?
To trust the ball is to let the ball roll back into the pocket rather than to try to fit it into the pocket as he did on lane 10 last time. Allen, his success is for that reason. He trusts his ball, he trusts his arm swing. And even on that shot, which is a very bad shot, he leaves a relatively easy spare, Tommy. You have to keep the ball in play. The 1-3 pocket is where you want to be. And he left a 2-5. There it is. The 2-5, it is choppable, but it's also very makeable for an accuracy bowler like Alan Downs. Try to cover them both with the ball.
You know, there's a lot of people that work behind the scenes to get this particular show on the air, and I think we need to thank Roy Alfers for the fine job he's done. Dick Mort, when he was standing in, Lou Runotti was here for a week, and Tom LaMarche has done a fantastic job with the BPA and the sales part of the show. We really thank everyone at Channel 5 for their great efforts this year.
I tell you what, these cameramen, it doesn't get any easier for them. Today it's bowling. Tomorrow
it's baseball.
It's baseball.
That's right.
They'll be out there.
As you can see our crack crew.
Yeah, got dressed up for the occasion today. Be ready for tomorrow. Didn't look like he hit that well.
No, he didn't. He slowed up for whatever reason, trying to be a little bit careful. He almost gets a chance for a scout, but a cross body block, as we can see here on the replay. Now watch, the ball's going to hit into too heavy. Take the one. Now that's a 3-pin. It's coming across. Not really. It was very fortunate to leave the 4-pin only. Both players showing a little bit of nervousness at this point.
You know, in my 7 years affiliation with the show, Tom, I don't think I have ever seen a championship match be a real blowout with the high scores. They've been close matches, but they have been a little bit on the lower scoring side because of the pressure.
There we go again. That's it. Look at him. He's so short he's got to stand on a box. Jeez.
That's to get a better angle of the bowler stage.
Oh. Okay. All right. At 5'8", I'm always looking for excuses to.
Dave, what you're forgetting is he could aim that camera right over here at you.
You're in trouble if they see you this early.
That's Greg Carpenter, right there. Look at that. Trusting the ball, mixing action. That's what you want to see. Advantage goes to Greg Carpenter. Let's watch on the replay how he trusts this ball. He's been keeping the ball in tight on the right lane. Bad thing to do. Here, look at him. Let it out. Let it roll back. Head pin's going to go to the left wall. Right there, it kicks into the 4 and then takes out the 7. Advantage, Greg Carpenter. 2 pins. Can stretch it to 12 pins with another strike here.
You know, these two bowlers, ever since the last time we brought it up about strikes and spares, they flip-flopped. It was Alan Downs who had 2 strikes in a row.
That's right.
Greg, who had a couple of spares, and since then, the last two, it's been just the opposite.
It's all according to how loose they are on each shot, really.
He trusted it again, Tommy. That's what you got to do. He is the man right now. He's in the driver's position. Let's see how he gets there. This ball again, he's going to arc it out a little bit. 15th board only goes out to about the 9th or 10th board, but it holds. That's that last-minute correction at the foul line that we were talking about. Alan Downs needs some strikes, and he needs them quick. Running out of paper.
All right, Bo. I'm going to ask you a question here.
Uh-oh.
Right now,
Oh, no.
I'm putting you both on the spot.
Yes.
Who's going to be our king?
I'm not taking that. Go ahead, Bo.
Well, I'll tell you, Greg seems to be really loosening up, and he is, like you said, correcting at the line. Although Alan is, boy, I don't know. You got me there. Alan's a great bowler. And, his coach, Diane Cushman, has worked really hard with him. That's what's made him so good and so able to adjust so quickly.
It's nice to have your girlfriend as your coach.
She's a good bowler. Wow.
Looks good. Is good. Is good. He really got into that ball. The last time on that frame, he was lackadaisical. Not this time. He goes after it. Bottom of the swing. Rips the bottom out of the ball. Now watch this ball hit. 1-3 pocket. Disintegrates. 5-pin. Out of there. 10-pin. Out of there. Alan Downs out of the frame. He likes it.
Well, boy, oh boy, he needed him there because Greg Carpenter looked like he was possibly starting to pull away just a bit. But boy, Alan Downs comes right back and says, Greg Carpenter.
I think they both really want it. I have to say one thing. I am so disappointed we didn't have a 300 on the show this year. Alan rolled one yesterday here in the qualifying. Rolled 289 300 as we talked about before. But we didn't give a car away.
Always next year.
I mean, one of those aerospace.
That's right.
Because, we have to thank the West Hills Ford people. They brought a brand new car every single week of the show to the show in the event that a 300 was rolled. And I think that Tom and Todd Schiller have done a fantastic job being here.
Technically, Greg Carpenter, 1 pin in the lead, gives up the advantage of the strike to Alan Downs.
Oh, thought for a moment there. He was a tad right.
Could have been a tad wrong if he'd opened right there, because that guy, Alan Downs, is like the proverbial vulture, just ready to swoop down on a dying victim. Wait a minute, that's a little too dramatic. But,
Yeah.
Bird dog.
If you open up against Alan Downs, you better put some heavy money on. He will take advantage of it. That guy, Greg Carpenter, knows it, and I'll bet you a dime to a donut this ball is flush.
Now I ask you who's going to be the king, and you won't tell me.
I don't think either
But
of us
Dave is
know.
calling the strikes. But Dave's calling us. He's predicting the strikes.
I'll go out on a limb for a frame.
Well, we'll find out. New Wrath Factor.
I was
Haven't
gonna
seen it in
say.
a while. And there it is, folks.
And
David.
I can shoulder that one. I guess I can handle it. The replay is going to show the ball. He trusts it, you bet. He wings it out there. He's got good roll on the ball. It just waits too late. Head pin, center your screen. Now watch, it's going to go to the wall. It's going to come back, kick into the 2-pin, which was being pushed back, and that knocks out the 5. Fortunate not to have the 5-7 split, which would have been a terrible, terrible break. He has an easy spare. He's still in the match.
Whoa. David.
Wow.
A fairly easy spare, but by the narrowest of margins, as we can see here, he's going to miss it. He allows a little bit too much room. The ball skids out right there. He knows he's in trouble. Now watch how. You couldn't slide a score sheet in between that ball and the pin.
Like you said, right and wrong.
Alan Downs definitely smells victory at this point. Is perfect. All too predictable, Tommy. When this guy smells an open, he's going to be right there.
The show is coming to an end this year. But I know you're not going to be able to watch much local bowling on TV the rest of the season, but you can always go out and join a summer league and practice and have a good time in a cool bowling center this summer when it's really hot out.
It's hot out right now for Alan Downs. With a strike in the 9th frame, he could all but sew up a victory. Alan Downs knows it. It will be there. I guarantee. Flushes the pocket about as full as you possibly can in a key situation. A ring 10. The culprit, 2nd pin from the right-hand side of your screen. That's our 6th pin. It's not going to do its job. It's going to go right there. It starts going around, twisting and turning, missing it by, 3/16, quarter of an inch maybe, Tommy. The game isn't over yet, but Greg Carpenter has to strike on every pitch the rest of the way out.
Alan Downs is not going to let happen to him what Greg Carpenter did just a moment ago and missed that spare, because that open frame really, really hurts.
His potential, Greg Carpenter, should he strike out, will be 226. If Alan were to strike and spare, we would have a tie.
You know, it's been a while since Greg has been on the tube before today.
Yeah, 1985 is the last time that he was on the show at Penthouse. He's been bowling 5 years, and, Alan's been bowling 6. They've both been bowling fairly consistently in a number of years. But Alan has been on 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and 87. What happened at 86?
To the break. Greg Carpenter not going to call this one quits yet.
Nope. It is not over. It's not over until this man quits striking. Greg Carpenter needs 3 strikes in the 10th frame to force Alan to strike spare for a tie. Anything other than a strike on the first ball for Alan would be bye-bye. But all the pressure, every bit of it, a whole year, all these weeks comes up to one shot. This shot. Without this one, there is no tomorrow for Greg Carpenter.
Well, folks, let's watch.
Taking a little extra time again. He knows the whole season rides on this next ball. He's got to have it. It's in the area. It's there.
All right, there's one.
Let's take a look on the replay. He gets his concentration together. He throws an absolutely perfect shot. 15 forward, a lot of extra turn on this ball. Just literally drives all the pins into the pit. He likes it. It gives him a breath of fresh air. The situation still exists. He's got to have this next shot.
Dave Cowrie came up to me and nudged me before, and he says, well, I'll be back for the presentations about 1 o'clock. I think he knew the guys were going to take a little extra time. I got a feeling that we're going to be editing our show today.
There won't be anything edited here in our championship match.
That's for sure. Too important.
Count is critical. And it's a strike. Boy, are we... Every year, this is it. It's fantastic. The last 3 or 4 frames of every year championship, what an incredible strike. 196 in the 9th frame for Greg Carpenter. He can finish with 226. You see it there. 226 is possibility. Alan Downs must, with a good count on this next ball, strike on his first ball in the 10th, or it's all over. Count critical right now. Got to have 10.
Now that's if he gets a strike here.
If he gets a strike.
Okay, stage is set. Greg Carpenter had to have the first 2 here in the 10th. He's got them. He needs number 3. Will he do it?
While we're watching, can I very quickly say congratulations to my son for doing such a good job at the hospital. He's still in the hospital, and I hope he keeps up the good work.
Incredible. Absolutely perfect. Probably the most powerful strike of the match so far. Greg Carpenter twists it up, and he trusts it. Let's take a look. He is going to annihilate the pocket. 1-3 pocket, disintegrated. The 5 pins, second one back, middle of your screen. Watch it there. Absolutely perfectly into the 7. Situation is this. Greg is out of here with 226. Alan Downs must strike on this ball. He's got to have it.
Boy, we are seeing players rise to the occasion. Match play, we said it before, but wow.
Let's take a look at this one. Does he like it? You bet. He knows the situation. We're not gonna replay that one because it was just too perfect. I mean, why look at it again?
Why give away the secret?
You bet. The situation, very easy to understand. If Alan strikes on this next ball, he's our champion, our king for 1987. Anything less than a strike, he must spare for a tie and a roll-off. Is it a strike?
It's there. That's
it's over. This is it, the one that's going to get him the big check and the title for the year. Let's watch it. Perfection personified. Alan Downs is a bowler. 13th board, flushes the pocket. He runs into frame because he's running it out. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Carpenter, nice match, but it's going to have to wait till next year.
Now that it's over, I have to say, gentlemen, you did a fantastic job on the air this year, and I have enjoyed working with both of you very much.
Thank you, Bo. Likewise.
Certainly. Congratulations to that guy, Alan Downs. He is $1,600 richer and our king. We'll be back. Welcome back to Glenn Schmidt's Lanes here in Newport, Kentucky, and our final king of the year, Alan Downs. And Alan, I believe the folks got some hardware to pass along to you and a little cash. Mike Schott.
Alan, on behalf of Cincinnati's Brewery, Hudipole Shanley, I'd like to extend to you this trophy for the King of Bowling Championship for 1987.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Paul, too.
And Mr. Kenny Ewald, I believe you've got some very valuable piece of paper right there.
Also, Alan, here's the check for $1,600. Congratulations. Job well done.
Can't argue with that, can you, Alan?
No, I can't argue with that. That's great.
David Newrath?
Well, I just wanted to ask him how you felt knowing going into the 10th frame after bowling so brilliantly that you still had to perform, Alan. What was going through your mind?
Wow, there was a lot of concentration going through my mind. My heart was jumping out of my body. I don't know. I just I tried to relax as much as possible, but it was tough.
Well, on behalf of the crew and the people at home, Bo, we've enjoyed watching it. There's a little replay of some of the missed shots in the match, but you didn't miss too many. Alan, great year. Congratulations.
Thanks, David.
Congratulations indeed. $1,600. Days back at Anderson High School. I never thought this would come along. Congratulations to you. You know, this is our final show of the year, and folks, it has really been a lot of fun for everybody here. Bo Hudipole, we sure hope next year you're going to be back with us. Newrath, of course, we were definitely hoping he's going to be back with us. The good folks at Hudipole, it's been a great time. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back next year, and until then, so long, everybody. Take care.
Hudipole, King of Bowling. Brought to you by Hudipole Shanley, Cincinnati's Brewery, makers of fine beers and ales.